My family has been a part of the Hope Church family ever since I was little. My Power Life experience has been so much fun. I love coming every week to see my friends. It's made me feel a lot closer and connected to God.
Me and my family have always gone to church on Sundays, but until these last few years, I didn't really know what everyone was talking about when they talked about how powerful God was. I just knew He was there. But over the past few years with Aaron and Michael, I realized that God was so much more than I or anybody else can comprehend.
When I first started Power Life in 6th grade, I barely knew anything about God. But during Power Life, I started realizing how much God affects our everyday life. I started realizing that God is always with us through everything. Even in hard times, God is still with us. I started reading the Bible when I was in 7th grade. I didn't really know how to read it or what to expect, but once I got into it, it completely changed me. I started paying more attention in church services because I wanted to learn more about God. When I read the Bible, I feel closest to God.
Last summer, I met Kaylee. I truly believe that God sent me her as a cabin leader to change the course of my life. Instead of shaming me for my doubts, she was always positive and loving towards me and my whole cabin. One night, I couldn't stop thinking about how God could love someone like me, and Kaylee noticed and prayed with me until 1 a.m. She changed my faith and gave me a new outlook on life, showing me that God will always love me no matter what. She also taught me that even though it might feel like a chore to read the Bible or pray, a strong relationship with God will make your life so much better and help you pour out to others and show them God's grace like she did for me that night.
Michael said that if we open our hearts and minds to God, we will see things that we would never have been able to without God. We can see when people are hurting and need our help. We can change the world in so many ways if we would just listen to God. That is what I want for my life. I want to have a good connection with Him, like a best friend. I want to be able to see things like never before and help others. That's why I'm declaring my faith.
An experience that transformed how I see God was on a Wednesday night at Power Life when I was singing to the song, I Thank God. In the moment, I felt so light and free.
When I come to Power Life on Wednesday, it feels like the lessons are made for what is happening in my life. It is like God is speaking to me directly and giving me His advice. Like when I'm having doubts in my self-worth, there is a Power Life lesson that will talk about how you are worthy and how to believe in yourself. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. Isaiah 41:10. This quote means to me that God will always have my back through everything.
A Bible verse that has always stuck out to me is Luke 9:20. But what about you? He asked. Who do you say I am? Peter answered, God's Messiah.
He gives you hope, He saves you, He's faithful, He's trustworthy, and He always has open arms. The way I believe is knowing that God always wants to put a positive effect on your life. He wants you to choose the right path, and He wants you to make sure we are safe. That's why I feel when someone goes down a dark path, and God always tries to find something that person can see God through to help them choose a better path. I have my own experience with this, and I feel like there could be more in my future, but I know God will pull through.
Even if you don't feel like God is moving in your life, He's moving mountains all around you. Over the past couple of years, my family has had some hardships, but God has always showed up to do greater things for all of us. Power Life has also created new relationships, and I will be forever grateful for our amazing leaders that showed up every week and helped us grow in our faith and as people. I learned from my Power Life group that what appears on the outside is not always what's really happening on the inside. Everyone has hardships, but God will always be there to walk with each and every one of you. In the verse from the beginning, it talks about how nothing can separate us from God's love. We don't have to be perfect for Him because He will love us regardless. Even through everything that has happened to my family and friends, God still showed up in all of those moments and continued to love all of us no matter what. And I'm so excited for all the things God will continue to do in our lives.
So today, I'm declaring my faith so that I may have an almighty Father that I can look to in all my troubles. I want to have a best friend that will never leave my side because I know that this God will stand in my corner through all my battles.
Although we are coming to our end of our Power Life journey, I hope this is just the beginning of my one with God.